Hello, and welcome to a new lesson for English learners in grade 8. The title of our today's lesson is Music. My name is Sanja Božinović, and I will be your English teacher today. By the end of today's lesson, you will be able to name a lot of vocabulary related to music. You will also be able to talk about how sound and music are related. You have learned about sound in your physics lessons, and then you will be able to talk about the role of music in your life. I hope you will enjoy this lesson. You need your pencil and a notebook, and then you need your tablet, your laptop or a mobile phone with the internet connection. I have a question for you. What do you break every time you say its name? Think about it. What do you break every time you say its name? It's silence. Why this riddle? Because we are going to talk about sound. I have 5 sound facts to start this lesson. Find out how sound relates to music and more. Go to the link that you can see on the screen, bit.ly sound facts, and you will find 5 sentences that you have to complete with the correct word to learn 5 sound facts. Here are the correct sentences from the sound facts quiz. Please take your notebook and copy the new words from the sentences. Let's check if you have written all your sentences correctly in the quiz. Sound fact number 1. Sound comes from vibrations. They create sound waves which move through air or water before reaching our ears. Did you know the word sound waves? Number 2. Dogs can hear sound at a higher frequency than humans. That is why dogs can hear noises we can't. Do you know what a higher frequency is? Fact number 3. For dry air at a temperature of 0 degrees Celsius, which is 32 degrees Fahrenheit, the value for the speed of sound is 331.29 meters per second. In liquid water at 8 degrees Celsius, it is about 1,439 meters per second. Did you know that? And did you write the phrase the speed of sound, brzina zvuka? Fact number 4. The scientific study of sound waves is also known as acoustics. It's a branch of physics. Did you know that acoustics is a branch of physics? Of course you did. You learned about it in your physics lessons. And fact number 5. A pleasing or meaningful arrangement of sounds is also known as music. How about that definition? Music is a meaningful arrangement of sounds. That's what physicists would say. Let's hear what you say about music. What is music for you? It's time for a little bit of writing again. Read this definition of music. A pleasing or meaningful arrangement of sounds. Do you agree? What is your definition of music? If you can pause this video, do so and write down your thoughts about what music is for you, what your definition of music is. Please take some time to think and write answers about yourself. The questions are about music. Question number 1. What kind of music do you like? Who is your favorite musician? Where and when do you usually listen to music? Do you download music or do you listen online? Have you been to any concerts yet? Can you play a musical instrument? How would you describe music using one adjective? To talk and to write about music, you need a lot of vocabulary. I've started a table with a list of music-related words for you. Here are some categories that I thought would be useful to you. You can add more categories. Please read carefully the words in the table and add 2 or more words to each of the categories. You can use your dictionary for the words that you would like to learn and you don't know how to spell or you're not sure about their meaning. On the left-hand side of the screen you can see a Wordle with a lot of music-related words. You can read the words in the Wordle and add them to the list in your notebook if you haven't thought of these words. Also, there are some definitions for the words. A soloist is a musician. Can you complete this sentence? Do you know this word? A note is a musical symbol. The lute is an instrument. Speakers, that's... What do we need in these sentences? These sentences are complete, but we are missing a piece of information. And we can add that missing piece of information by adding one of the pronouns who, which, that, what, and another definition that will help us define the noun in the sentence. Can you guess which part on the right-hand side of the screen belongs to which of the sentences on the left-hand side? Let's try. A soloist is a musician who plays a solo. A note is a musical symbol which represents the pitch and duration of a sound. The lute is an instrument that was popular in the 16th century. Speakers, that's what you need to be able to listen to music from your computer. Now, all these words, all these nouns, for people and for things, all of them are defined much better. Today we are going to learn about these pronouns, who, which, that, what. They are called relative pronouns and they introduce relative clauses which help us add more information to describe or to define a noun. Let's see what I prepared for you. Let's see how we can use who and that, 2 relative pronouns that we use for people. We can put 2 sentences, each with 1 piece of information, into one by adding the relative pronoun, and we will get a nice sentence in which a relative clause defines the noun, which is the subject. Look, the man is my teacher. He plays the drums. Doesn't it sound better if we say, the man who plays the drums is my teacher? Or, I saw the opera singer. She sings in porgy and bass. We can say, I saw the opera singer who sings in porgy and bass. Because we define a person, the man, the opera singer, we can use who or that. It's all the same. Which is used for things, which can be replaced by that too. Let's hear 2 examples. The trumpet is a brass instrument. It is played by blowing into it. We can say, the trumpet is a brass instrument which is played by blowing into it. Koji se svira. Or you can say, the trumpet is a brass instrument that is played by blowing into it. The second example is even more interesting because you are defining the object. I bought the xylophone. You wanted it. I bought the xylophone. You wanted the xylophone. So you are defining the object, not the subject. In this case, you can use which because xylophone is a thing, but you can also omit it, not use it. You can say, I bought the xylophone which you wanted, or you can say, I bought the xylophone you wanted, without any relative pronoun. Look at this example. The new instrument. That isn't the thing that you need to become a good musician. In this example, the thing that. You cannot use who, you cannot use which. You can only use that. Or you can do one more thing. You can replace the whole phrase, the thing that, anything that, everything that, something that, all that. You can replace all these phrases with what. So you can say in the new instrument, that isn't what you need, but what stays alone. If you already say any of these words, like the thing, anything, all, you must add that. That follows all of them. Or you can replace the whole phrase with what. Let's practice. Your task now is to read carefully 2 sentences and try putting them into one, in which you will use a relative pronoun, introducing a relative clause. The glass produces a beautiful high tone. It's almost empty. The glass that is almost empty produces a beautiful high tone. You can also say the glass which is almost empty. It's all the same. Notice that there is no comma. The glass that is almost empty, the relative clause that is almost empty, defines which glass, what kind of glass, the glass that is almost empty. Acoustics, which is a branch of physics, studies sound waves. In this case, there is a comma. Why? Because which is a branch of physics is additional piece of information. It doesn't define acoustics. The boy who likes music and physics made music with glasses of water. There are commas again. Who likes music and physics? Additional piece of information describing, not defining. Now we are going to listen to an experiment. Dorian is going to tell you about how he did an experiment called Singing Glasses. Please listen carefully and answer the questions that you can see on the screen.
Singing glasses. I have tried making music with water. My physics teacher, who is also a very good musician, taught me how to do it. In our lesson in physics, we learnt about sounds and acoustics. I decided to check it for myself and have some fun in the process. The instrument that I used for this experiment is a set of 5 glasses. I played my music with my pencil, but you can use any wooden stick that has the same qualities as a pencil. Small vibrations are made when you hit the glass. This creates sound waves, which travel through the water. More water means slower vibrations and a deeper tone. I lined up 5 glasses on my desk. I poured a different amount of water in every glass. I poured just a little water in the first glass, then some more in the next. I filled the last glass almost up to the brim. I checked carefully that every next glass has slightly more water than the last one. I hit every glass with my pencil to hear what noise they make. In the physics lesson, I learnt that the glass with the least amount of water should be the one producing the highest sound. That is what I proved with my experiment. The glass with the most water had the lowest tone, while the glass with the least water had the highest. Then, I tried hitting the glasses in a certain order. Each of the glasses had a different tone. I managed to play a tune. It was a lot of fun. My advice to all of you: experiment with your own special sounds by turning glasses of water into an instrument. Make some cool music. Find out how it works to learn your physics and show to your family what an artist you are.
I hope you like Dorian's experiment. Here are some sentences taken from Dorian's story. Complete the sentences and use relative pronouns to complete them. If you're working on this lesson in front of your computer, you can pause this video to complete the sentences. Here are the completed sentences. The instrument that I used for this experiment is a set of glasses. You can also say the instrument which I used. Vibrations create sound waves which travel through water in glasses. You can also say vibrations create sound waves that travel. You can use any stick that has the same qualities as a pencil. You can also say you can use any stick which has the same qualities. The tone which full glass produced was the lowest. The tone that the full glass produced is also a correct sentence. That is what I proved with my experiment. You can only use what in this sentence. My physics teacher, who is a musician, taught me how to do it. And you can also only use who in this sentence because of the commas, because this relative clause is not defining the teacher. If you, like Dorian, like music and physics, why don't you try doing this experiment at home? Why don't you try experiment with your own special sounds by turning glasses or bottles or water into instrument? Make some cool music and find out how it works. For this lesson, there are 3 possible tasks. You can do only one, or you can do all 3. It's your decision. The first task is to create your music alphabet poster, to choose one music-related word for every letter of the alphabet, and to think about an illustration, to write the word, the pronunciation, the meaning, how to use it, and to create your poster. You can create your poster on paper or digitally. Use the poster to revise the words and don't forget to share it. If you have tried Dorian's experiment, you can talk about it. Talk for a minute, think about how to organize your talk, describe the details, use words that you have learned in this lesson, don't forget to use relative pronouns, and record your talk using vocaloo.com and share it with your classmates and your teacher. Or you can choose task number 3, talk about music in your life. Again, you will talk for a minute. Your talk will be about the importance of music. Organize your talk into the introduction, the body, and the conclusion. Use a lot of words. Don't forget relative pronouns, and record it using vocaloo.com. Don't forget to share your talk with your classmates and your teacher. This checklist will help you think about how much you have gained from this lesson. Can you talk about one of the topics related to music? Can you name a music-related word for every letter of the alphabet? Can you use more than 10 words related to music in sentences? Can you explain how physics and music are related? Can you use relative pronouns in your sentences? Exit ticket is the last activity in this lesson. It's the traffic lights activity. Red light. Think about this lesson. Is there anything you didn't quite understand? Go back to the lesson or talk about it to your teacher. Write down what you didn't understand. Amber. Is there anything that you understand now, but you need more practice? Write it down and go practice some more. Green light. What have you learned? And you can say that you know it now. Write it down on this line. When you complete your exit ticket, that's the last activity and that's the end of today's lesson. Goodbye until our next lesson.